Hi there, my name is Dr. Hilary Booth and I'm a naturopathic doctor, and welcome to my video blog. Today we're going to be talking about the 5 nutrients that you are probably definitely missing from your diet. In my practice, mostly what I see is people who eat really healthy are doing a great job with their diets, but they're still missing out on these 5 things. So we're going to dive right in and focus on number 1 is protein. Most people don't realize that protein isn't just what we need to make our muscles big and strong, but it's also a really important aspect of lots of other things in our bodies. It is used to make our hormones, for our sleep, for our mood, for our appetite as well. It's needed to make our immune soldiers, those little soldiers that make sure that we don't get sick. And protein is also really important for making our enzymes. And enzymes are what causes every single reaction in our bodies to occur, including energy production. So how do you know how much protein that you need? We actually have a specific number based on your weight. You need 0.8 grams per kilogram of body weight. If you want to do that calculation for yourself, go ahead and do that now. Or I can give you some examples. A 120-pound person should be getting 45 grams of protein in a day as a minimum. 160-pound person is getting 60 grams of protein in a day. And a 200-pound person needs to be getting 75 grams of protein per day. But what exactly does this look like? Really, what I suggest is that you try to have 20 grams of protein with each meal. You can reduce that a bit if you weigh a little bit less. You can increase that a little if you weigh more. But 20 grams at each meal looks like something like 3 eggs, a hand-sized portion or about half a cup of meat or fish, a whole cup of tofu or quinoa or lentils, a half a cup of chickpeas or beans, or a scoop of a vegan protein powder. So make sure that you are getting that 20-20-20 rule with each of your meals. One of those portions that I just described there is 20 grams for you. My number 2 thing that most people are not getting enough of is vitamin D. So vitamin D is one that you can't always tell right off the bat if you are not getting enough. OHIP actually no longer covers vitamin D testing because they just tell your doctor to tell you that you are automatically deficient because you live here in Canada. The reason is that we get vitamin D from the sun. You need to be getting about 15 minutes of arm and leg exposure without sunblock on during the peak sunshine hours in order to get an adequate amount of vitamin D per day. Now, I don't know about you, but I am not frolicking around outside when the weather's like this with my arms and legs exposed. So you need to be getting vitamin D as a supplement during the winter months. So for most people, this means 1,000 IUs per day, but you may need more than that. You want your vitamin D levels to be somewhere between 100 and 150 in order to be breast cancer, colon cancer, and prostate cancer prevention. So I would recommend getting that level tested. You can pay out of pocket from your MD or your ND, it doesn't matter, and the cost is going to be about $33. And then that can tell you whether or not you need more than 1,000 IUs per day as a supplement. And I also recommend getting a supplement that's in liquid form or a fat-soluble carrier because vitamin D is a fat-soluble vitamin. So those little tablets that you have may not actually be doing much for your levels. My number 3 is vitamin B12. So if you are someone who is stressed out, has low energy, has a low animal protein diet, vegan or vegetarian, if you are someone who's on the birth control pill, if you're taking medications that affect the acidity of your stomach like antacid or Tums, these are all reasons that you may have lower levels of B12. The high stress being the most common one that I see. So again, you can get your vitamin B12 levels tested, or you can go straight to getting B12 injections and getting B12 supplements if this seems like something that you and your naturopathic doctor decide may be right for you. If you're getting B12 as a supplement, recommend getting methylcobalamin, not cyanocobalamin. These are the 2 different kinds that are commonly found on the shelves at health food stores. Cyanocobalamin is not very well absorbed, even though it's a lot cheaper. The methylcobalamin is more expensive, but it is much more worth your while because it is well absorbed, it's already in the absorbable form, that's the methylated form, and it crosses through the blood-brain barrier, meaning it's going to help you with that energy and that focus and the memory and brain functioning aspect of things. My other tip for vitamin B12 is you can get it from food sources. So from animal proteins, from shellfish, especially oysters are a wonderful way to get B12, and from fortified soy protein products can also have B12 in it. My number 4 tip for you today is fiber. Most of us aren't getting even close to enough fiber, and fiber is extremely important for lowering our cholesterol levels, preventing heart disease, preventing colon cancer, and for helping us to keep a healthy body weight because it really helps to balance our blood sugar levels. Now, women need to be getting 25 grams of fiber in a day, and men need 38 grams of fiber in a day. But most of us are getting somewhere around 10 to 15 grams, so nowhere near enough. What I like to recommend that you do is that you add chia seeds to whatever it is that you're eating. So you can put chia on your cereal or your yogurt or your oatmeal. You can put it in your salads or add it to your veggies. Whatever you are eating, you can add chia seeds to. The other thing is that you should be having 2 tablespoons of freshly ground flax seeds per day. Now, this means you're buying them whole and you're grinding them up yourself. So grind up about 3 to 5 days worth at a time, because when those seeds are ground, they open up and they release an oil. And that oil, it has many medicinal benefits. And if you buy it pre-ground, that oil has either evaporated or it's gone rancid. So it's not giving you that medicinal benefit that we're looking for. So grind it up yourself 3 to 5 days worth at a time in your coffee grinder or your blender. Put it in a little jar, keep it in the fridge, and have 2 tablespoons of those freshly ground flax seeds per day to help out with all those wonderful things and getting enough fiber can give to you in your daily routine. My number 5 and last final one is water. Most of us are chronically dehydrated and you don't even realize it. Now, there are no research studies to say what is the ideal amount of water for you to be drinking, because unfortunately there isn't going to be any funding for that kind of research. However, there is research to show what the adequate amount of water that you should be getting a day is. And for women, this is 2.1 liters in a day. And for men, this is 3.4 liters in a day. Now, this is your adequate level, meaning you are needing more if you work out at all, if you sweat or have a faster metabolism or run hot, if you are larger than the average sized male or female. These are all reasons that you may need more water than that. Now, if you're one of those people that gets halfway through your day and you think, oh my gosh, I forgot to have water today, what I recommend you do is put an alarm or a reminder on your calendar, on your computer to pop up once an hour, or on your cell phone to pop up once an hour and remind you to be drinking water. And this is going to get your body into that habit, and eventually you'll be doing it without any problems, without needing those reminders. Now, herbal teas and soda water and water with lemon or mint or that kind of thing in it all count as water, but caffeinated beverages, pop, juice, and alcohol and milk do not count as water intake for your day. So those are my 5. Let's do a quick recap. We need enough protein in our day. Usually our 20 grams with each meal is a great way to start. The second thing is you need enough vitamin D, especially in the winter months. You want to be supplementing yourself with at least 1,000 IUs of a fat-soluble vitamin D per day. Number 3 is vitamin B12, especially if you're stressed out. Vitamin B12 may be one you need more of, and you can get that from protein sources, from injections, or from methylcobalamin supplements. Number 4 is fiber. Ladies getting 25 grams a day, men getting 38 grams per day, and lots of you can increase your fiber using 2 tablespoons of freshly ground flax and lots of chia seeds. Number 5 is water. Ladies getting a minimum of 2.1 liters in a day, men a minimum of 3.4 liters in a day, and there's lots of tricks that you can use to help get yourself used to drinking more water. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget, now is the time to be using up your benefits. So if you have extended healthcare coverage, now's the time to book in with your naturopathic doctor. You can book online with me at darewellness.com or by calling our clinic. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Have a great week.